Hi there, welcome along to another workout for you to row along to. Today's session is a high intensity interval training session, and it's also doubling up as week 5, session 3 of the 5K training plan. But you don't have to be doing the training plan in order to do this one. It's a fantastic standalone high IT session. What we're going to do is 30 seconds on and 60 seconds off 4 times, followed by 30 seconds on, 45 seconds off 4 times, then 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off 4 times, and then we're going to do 1 minute sprint right at the very end. Pace-wise, well, I want you to do this at 30 strokes a minute and to go as hard as you can. So it's effectively a sprint, but the rate cap kind of holds you off from going up and down the rail like a headless chicken. So if I was to give numbers to it, you're probably going to be around about 2K minus 2 to 2K minus 5, maybe faster if you're a sprinter, maybe slower if you're not really a sprinter, maybe closer to 2K pace. But then as you go through the workout, remember your rest periods are getting shorter, so it's going to get harder and harder to hold that pace. And then you've got that 1 minute sprint at the end, which is really going to see you off, okay? So that's what makes it a high intensity interval training session. And as such, if you're carrying any injuries or you're worried about working really hard and getting your heart rate up, this maybe isn't the session for you, okay? But if you're feeling strong and powerful, then let's go for it, okay? It's a top tier workout. Now, because it's such a top tier workout, we're going to do our 10-minute warm-up today, okay? I'll walk you through it, don't worry about it. But let's start off by setting up our machine. Go to your drag factor first. If you don't know about drag factor, where to set it and what it is, then please check out the video on my YouTube channel. Next up, go to your monitor. Make sure and set it at eye height so you don't have to look up or down. And then finally, the foot straps, make them so they cover the bottom lace in your shoe, or if you're in socks like me, they just let you bend forwards comfortably at the front through your feet. You don't want to be held in place by your foot straps. So, 10-minute warm-up, we're going to start at 18 strokes per minute, and your pace is going to be around about 2K plus 24. So it's going to be a nice gentle start, okay? So let's go in 3, 2, 1, go. So this first 2 minutes of the warm-up is just about getting your body moving. Okay, just to get your muscles working a little bit. We're not going to be shocking them into suddenly going full power and they cramp up or worse, get injured or something. So just for the time being, think about pressing with your legs, just pushing the machine away with your legs, and then maybe think about straight arms at the front to let the power flow through your body. And then we'll add in slightly different elements as we go through the warm-up. Just things to think about. But this is just, for the time being, getting your heart pumping a little bit. Ready for what's going to be a tough session. Now remember, if you don't know what I'm on about with 2K pace, when I say things like 2K plus 18, 2K plus whatever, what I mean is the average pace for your average 500 meter pace for a 2,000 meter test, 2,000 meter row test, time trial. So if you do it in 8 minutes, your average for 500 meters is 2 minutes. So when I say 2K plus 18, you then row at 2 minutes and 18 seconds pace showing on your monitor, okay? Quite quick going through it that way, but hopefully it makes sense. Okay, so one more stroke and then we're gonna go up to 20 strokes a minute, okay? And go 2 seconds faster than you're doing right now. Or if you feel you want to go a tiny bit faster, so you're closer to 2K plus 18 pace, then please do. We're going to do this for another 2 minutes. But we're still just gently warming ourselves in, so anything between 2K plus 18 and 2K plus 22 is fine by me. And now you can start thinking a bit more about other elements of your technique. What I'd suggest is really think about this forward lean at the front of the machine, and then the back lean too, just hinging backwards and forwards through your hips, kind of rocking back and forwards, leaning in to around about 1 o'clock on the clock face at the front of the machine, and then swinging back to around about 11 o'clock on the clock face. And if you can keep a powerful posture at the front, sitting on your sit bones rather than your hips tucked underneath you, you'll help the power transfer through your body into your arms and into the handle. Okay, 2 more strokes and we're going to go back down to 18 strokes a minute. Right, here we go, so 18s, and then just back off a couple of seconds for your pace. And we're just going to do this for 1 minute, and then we're going to go up to 22 strokes a minute and 2K plus 16 once this minute is up. It's a bit of a jump, but not massively so that you won't be able to do it, and it won't be too much of a shock to your body because you'll have been rowing for 5 minutes by then. Make sure to press off with your legs, push the machine away from you with your feet. Okay, so 1 more stroke, and now it's got to 22 strokes a minute and 2K plus 16. Follow me in vision if you're watching this on YouTube, or if you're listening to it on one of the podcasts, then just listen out for the whoosh of my machine. Whoosh. Okay, 1 more stroke, and then we're going to go back down to 18s now. So just 18, 2K plus 20 to 24, pick whatever's comfortable. And then in 15 seconds, we're going to go up to 24 strokes a minute and 2K plus 12. So 1 more stroke. Right, 2K plus 12, 24 strokes. Here we go. Just for 30 seconds. So it's 1 stroke every 2.5 seconds. I love 24s. Could just do this forever. Might need to stop for a drink, but anyway. Right, last stroke. Back down to 18. So you'll see what we're doing. We're just increasing stroke rate, increasing pace, and then dropping down to 18 again, so we're not overtaxing our body before today's session, but it'll be nice and warm. Okay, so we're going to go to 26 strokes a minute, 2K plus 9 now. Let the increase in stroke rate be what increases your speed. This is all about driving with the legs and increasing rate. It's not about pulling harder with your arms, okay? 2 strokes, 1 more, back to 18. And then next up is 28 strokes a minute and 2K plus 5. Bit of a jump, but for 28 you jump a little bit. Right, one more stroke. Let's go up to 28. So like I say, it's push the machine with your legs, and that extra force you're putting in at the higher rate should take care of the pace increase. Okay, 2 strokes, one more, back to 18. So just like a little roller coaster of ever increasing hills. But our last one is going to be 30 strokes a minute and pretty much 2k pace. If you want to go 2k plus 1 or 2 then do, but maybe an idea to go up to 2k pace. Okay, here we go. Now, 30 strokes a minute, 2k pace for 30 seconds. Let your stroke rate and technique take care of this. 2 more strokes. There we go. So you should feel your nice and warm. Shouldn't really feel like you've taken anything out of your muscle system or out of your cardio. You should just be nicely prepared for the workout that's to come. Well, I hope that's the case anyway. And there we go. That's our 10 minutes up for the warm-up. Continue moving up and down the rail, have a quick drink, and I'll quickly go over one more time what it is we're doing today. Okay, a quick reminder then, what we're doing today is 30 seconds on, 60 seconds off times 4, then 30 seconds on, 45 seconds off times 4, and then another 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off times 4. And then we're going to finish it all off with a 1-minute sprint right at the very end. Now, if you're going to manually set your monitor to do this along with me, I kind of recommend just pressing just row and just doing it. If you're going to set it up as the intervals, it's going to start getting tricky, but the most important thing to do is set the rest periods to undefined, okay? If you actually put in precise rest intervals, then what's going to happen is we'll probably end up a little bit out of sync because of the delay between you and me when we start on the next interval. So either just row and go for it, or make sure and set undefined rests, okay? Now, as I say, make sure and only do this if you're not carrying any injuries. If anything does start to twinge or tweak when you're doing it, please stop. I don't want you to try and roll through an injury and end up injured. And please make sure to drink. I'll try and do the same, but make sure and drink through it so you're nice and hydrated. But you've only got like finite time in between each interval. Okay, are you ready for this? So we're going to be doing this at 30 strokes a minute. So that's 1 stroke every 2 seconds and pretty much as fast as you can for them. So all the power from the legs, okay? So here we go then. In 3, 2, 1, go. All right, so remember, it all comes from the legs. So you push the machine away with straight arms at the front, to let that power course through your body. 5 strokes to go. Last one. Okay, so for me, that first interval was 1 second under my 2k pace. We'll see as we get used to this. Let's keep an eye on what we're both doing. Can you improve your average as you're going through it? I'm kind of hoping, especially on these opening ones, I'll kind of get slightly faster and faster as the intervals progress. But then as we go through the workout together and the rest periods get shorter, it's probably going to be less likely to certainly go faster, because it'll be tougher to actually maintain the pace I'm at. So if you've set undefined rests on your monitor, then please press your button to get ready to start the next interval, which is in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Right. Now, remember your back. This really is key to get that lean in at the front and hold it as you engage your leg drive. So you don't want to break your back too quick into that backward lean. 2 more strokes. 1 more. That's a better pace. So you don't, you're at the front and you drive with that forward lean, then you swing or break like I just said, then you swing and then you finish. What I don't want you to do is start the drive and swing your back at the same time and then end up losing the power from your back. So drive out from the front in that forward lean, your legs get to run about halfway down, then you swing your back, then you pull in your arms, then your legs finish, your back is finished and your arms pull in. And that way you get your entire leg drive in and you're not yanking on the foot straps to stop yourself. Press undefined rests, continue to next interval, and we're going in 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. So remember, full power from the legs. Remember, I'm saying it's coming from the legs. I'm not saying pull harder. The arms will take care of themselves when you press and push that machine away from you. Last stroke. If you've got that forward lean, as you press and push out from the front, especially hard, as the force comes up, with straight arms, your arms take care of themselves because you're basically hanging on the front. And that's why you don't bend your arms too soon, because then your muscles start to fight against that surge of power and you end up feeling like you're pulling. If you've got straight arms, as you push from the front, the power just basically just shoots straight through your arms into the handle. And then you get to kind of, as you come to pull in your arms, because they're from a straight position, you get that whole length to come in, rather than if you've already bent and you only get half of a length to come in. Press your button to continue to the next interval for undefined rests. We're going in 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And if it helps to think about keeping your arms and shoulders relaxed with your fingers like hooks over the handle, that's a great way to maintain straight arms for the drive. 2 strokes to go. 1 more. So how are we doing? Okay, so 142.9, and that one, so that's 2 seconds under my 2K pace. I wonder how you're getting on. Now remember to drink. And then this is the last of our 1-minute rests. After the next interval, we're down to 45-second rests. So hopefully you see the point of this workout by now. You're progressively working harder, and then the rests are going to get even shorter. Press your button if you are on undefined rests for the next interval. We're going in 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Now, as well as you're thinking about your back angles, for that forward lean and backward lean. Remember your posture. You're going to be forwards on your sit bones. So you've got powerful lean from your hips. One more stroke. So forwards on your sit bones rather than tucked under as you come to the front. The difference between tucked under and on your sit bones is huge in terms of the amount of power you can get through, because when you're rounded on your sit bones, it all kind of comes to your lower back, whereas when you're up, powerful and primed with a braced core, the power just surges right through you. Press your continue to next interval button if you're on undefined rest. We are going in 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. So make sure that posture is powerful, that your core is braced to take the power. Now I just caught myself over leaning at the front, so try not to do that. 4, 3, 2, last one. It's a fun workout, this one, isn't it? Hopefully now that we've hit these 45-second rests, you're feeling it, you're feeling the purpose of this one. And remember, it has to be these hard efforts. You can't just tickle your way through this one, or you'll be lucky if it even touches a bottom to your workout. It's only top if you go for it. Okay, press your button if you're on undefined rests. Going in 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. So just think about what we're saying so far. Your back swings from 1 to 11, 1 to 11, 1 to 11, with a powerful posture at the front. Braced core, push with the legs. 2 strokes. It's important, hang on, let me adjust my wee seat pad. Whew. It's important to keep thinking about your technique. Just reassess from time to time. I do catch myself doing this strange overlean at the front when I think about my technique. And the point is you can focus on stopping yourself doing the wrong things long enough. Hopefully it'll become a habit to not do them instead of a habit to do them. Press your button if you're on undefined rests. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Remember, as hard as you can. Don't take this easy. I want the power all from your legs, and then a strong finish with the arms. Hopefully you're seeing faster results and you're feeling strong. Last stroke. This is the last of the 45-second rests. Now if you're getting your positioning right with the forward lean and that push of the machine away from you, especially at this intensity of all-out pressure, you should feel your backside getting a little bit lighter on the seat. So I keep on having to adjust my pad because I'm taking off slightly. Not completely, just a little bit lighter. Right, press your button for undefined rests because we're going in 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Now just because Rest intervals are getting shorter. I don't want you easing up. I want you to combat any signs of fatigue and to keep going. 3, 2, 1. The point here is you're developing strength, you're developing exposure to hardship, so you can deal with this stuff when you're rowing, no matter what distance you're rowing. All right, press your button on undefined rests. Yep, we're going this soon. In 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Being able to maintain pace when your cardio is getting ropey and your muscles are feeling used. This is what separates the winners from the losers. 3, 2, 1. So what could be the difference between first place, second place, third place, or worse, the bubble? When you come fourth, trust me, it's a terrible feeling. It happened to me in Boston, all that way to come fourth. Okay, press your button for undefined rest. We're going in 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on. All from the legs. Push through the legs. Push that machine through the wall, into the person in front of you, into the washing machine if that's in front of you, into the person in front of you. Just push with the legs, with your forward lean and back lean. Powerful, come on. 2 strokes. 1 more. Let's focus on the leg press. Everything falls into place if you get your leg press with your forward lean and straight arms. Press your button. We're going in 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push, come on. Just get those heels down. Slam them into the foot plate. Vertical shins at the front. And push. 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 Feel the power going up through your arms. And then let them come in at the end. 2 more strokes. 1 more. Good stuff, right? Prepare yourself. This is the 1 minute sprint, so as hard as you can. 30 strokes a minute still. Give it everything you've got. Press your button for undefined rest. We're going in 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go, come on. It's only 30 strokes. You've got this. Think about your technique. Don't overlean. Just 1 o'clock, 11 o'clock. Straight arms. Relaxed shoulders. Relaxed arms. Fingers hooked over the handle with a loose grip. Halfway there, come on. Get that blue fireball growing as you push with the legs and then release it as you finish with the arms. Come on. Can you get faster? Push the machine away. Fireball, come on. 2 more. 1 more. The good news is, for me anyway, that last interval was the fastest pace of all of them. So I pretty much averaged, say, 2k minus 2.5 the whole way ish. I mean, it's got my actual average is 3.5 under my 2k, but that last 1 minute probably skewed that a bit. Right, if you're ready and you've had a drink and you've recovered, let's kick into around about 2 minute cool down. Okay, in 3, 2, 1, go. Now if you're anything like me, that first push of the legs as we start this cool down was quite jelly-legged. Pace-wise here, just stick to around 2k plus 30, which is around about 5k plus 25, and you'll be fine. Just enough that you still have to push with your legs, you still have to let the power go through your back, you still need to hang on with your arms, but not so much that you're continuing to tire yourself out. You should be recovering quite nicely, heart rate going down, muscles flushing out, breathing coming under control. So hopefully you'll agree that that was a great high intensity interval training session, and it was perfect for session 3 of week 5 on the 5k training plan. Be sure to check out the 2k and 5k plans that are currently up, and then of course, just to future-proof this, have a look at the other plans that will be coming too, like the 500 meter plan and stuff. Remember to subscribe either on YouTube or through the podcasts if you're listening to it on a podcast rather than rowing on YouTube or Map or ErgZone. That's me done for my 2 minutes. You carry on going. But yeah, subscribe, leave a comment, leave a review, click the little bell icon on YouTube to be notified when I upload another one. Remember, there's a Facebook group. Just look for RowAlong and you'll see the main page. You'll also see a group which has lots of members all sharing our experiences on this, as well as commenting on YouTube, of course, how people get on. And remember, well, this may be your first time, but I always have a pithy hashtag at the end, just so I know you made it this far and so you can all feel part of this together. And we're just going to go super simple today. It's just hashtag HIIT, so HIIT, because it's a good high intensity interval training session. Very confusing to come to. It's a good one for lunch hours and all that kind of stuff, although I wouldn't really fancy going back to lunch looking like this, but hey. So anyway, so this one is a great power workout, either as a standalone or as session 3 of week 5. For those of you on the plan, session 4 is down to a bottom tier, but it's not just your standard half hour at 20 strokes a minute or 18 strokes a minute. It's a nice little pyramid session, which will still give you a bit of intensity, makes up for today's not being massively cardio heavy. So that'll be good. And then obviously session 5 at the end is a mid tier, which will give you a push. And then after a day or 2 rest or whatever, you might then be ready for your 5k test, who knows? But anyway, no matter where you're coming from, no matter why you're here, thank you for coming. It's great to have you. Yeah, please row strong. Make sure you're happy, that you're getting fitter, faster and stronger. And as above all, stay safe and be well. Bye-bye.